Hi, Happy New Year. Dad here. I just wanted to introduce the video today. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Ox Garage channel. It means a lot to Nash and Moses. We love that there's people who are enjoying seeing these kids learn about kind of the fundamentals of auto mechanics. Nash, of course, wants to be an engineer, and so this is some really good practical experience for him, seeing how things go together and how they're designed and how they come apart and go back together. And as is the case with these very old projects, there's a lot of kind of making things work when they aren't exactly up to factory spec, and that's something that's good to learn too. And sometimes that works out really good, taking shortcuts and doing things creatively like that, and sometimes they don't, as you might see in this video. Anyhow, without further ado, it's been a great long year. We're finally getting back into this project, and we hope that in 2024 we're going to get a whole lot more done. Please check out the Patreon and join that if you can, if you like to. It's at oxgarageusa.com. You could join that for free. If you want to actually subscribe as a paid member to support the project, we'd love that too. But you can just join for free, and we'll try to put like all the news about what's going on with the project there. And thanks so much, everybody. We're looking forward to seeing you next year, and here we go. All right, well, we're back again. And we got the balancer on last time. Now we're going to take a look at trying to get this, the thermostat housing, the little cap that comes off the top of that, has two bolts that hold it on. One of those bolts is sheared plumb off, and the stud doesn't want to come out. So we are going to mess around with that.
Yep.
You guys ready to see how an extractor works?
Yes. Yes.
If it works.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
So this is the booger right here. It's the thermostat, and so this one came right out on this side, but over here, that one was fine. This one not so much. So I'm going to bless you. I'm going to use this drill bit, and see if I can get in the middle of that kind of skinny little bolt there, and then use an extractor on it. I'm going to start with this 1/8 bit, and if I can go a little bit bigger, I have one that's just a smidge bigger than that, so we'll see. Just bending the bit. No dice. Wow, crazy. All right, well. Okay, well, I got a little bit set that I thought would maybe get down in there to get an extractor on it, but none of those bits would get into this bolt, and I broke the one that had the most promise. So I'm going to try to do a little more vice grip therapy on it. Actually, let me have better vice grips than these.
When in doubt, use a vice grip.
Well,
and maybe it'll work.
I mean, sometimes they're the right thing for the job.
Why is it called a vice grip? Why not
Because
just...
it holds it like a vice. A vice is like a clamp, you know.
So like the last name of whoever had
Oh, yeah, no.
or invented it or something?
No. You know, like you see vices on people's workbenches, you know,
Yeah.
where you'd crank the handle on them. And, yeah,
Oh yeah, I know those. They're actually at the Scout Automotive Shop.
Yeah. Oh, you use a vice all the time for stuff. Yeah, it's like a third hand, you know,
Yeah.
hold stuff for you.
Yeah.
We just went to the hardware store, and I saw this little kit that had both drill bits and extractor bits. And even though I already have extractor bits, I got excited, and I was foolish because these won't cut through cheese. So I'm going to have to go back to the store. I saw a set that had some little titanium bits that'll work in both an impact drill and a regular one. So I think I'm just going to have to get that and try again, because I think if we can get in the hole in there, then at least we have a shot at actually extracting it. So
Yeah.
all right, till then.
Yep.
Well, it's a couple days later, and we got some new drill bits. I want to try to get back in that thing again. So wish us luck. Well, I'm going to say it. It's not pretty, but we have the thermostat in its new housing. I'm going to pull that back out of there because I think we probably need a gasket. But for now, at least we know we can button that thing up. And that's been a problem since that stud broke off there. And like I say, this isn't pretty necessarily. We'll get some better matching hardware that looks right there. But for now, this will keep from spewing water everywhere. And that's what I call a win. How about you?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're back. What do you got there, Moses?
Thermotex.
What's that for? What does it say?
Water pump and thermostat housing, which is this right there.
You're correct. That is the thermostat housing. Now,
And then water pump is right here.
and we already put the water pump on, and we used another kind of a similar product, an RTV or a silicone sealant.
Yeah.
But this time we had this trouble. This booger right here, this water thermostat housing, the original bolt on this side came right out. This one was seized.
Pain.
It was what you call seized. There's a lot of like aluminum and dissimilar metals, I guess, used in this engine. And over 50 years, they get grumpy.
Yep.
They don't want to come loose. And this guy didn't want to come loose, so I had to drill it out. And I had to use the old tap and put in a... Fortunately, there was lots of extra material around the edge, so I was able to just make a slightly larger hole and tap it out. And so we have just a very slightly larger bolt holding it in, but it should do the job. And we are going to put that sealant on it today and button that up, and that'll be one thing we can mark off the list.
After that, we can get the rest of the cooling system set up, because this lately, for the past year now,
Yeah.
has been a big old pain.
It's been one of the things on our list of obstacles that we had not overcome yet, including, of course, this harmonic dampener, which if you want to see our previous video. All right, well, we're going to get into this and put the battery on our charger too. Oh, we've gone out of focus. You guys, focus up. Focus up! All right, let's get to it. You ready to go?
Ding.
What'd you find, Nash?
Just found what I like to call something animal herd.
It's a curlicue.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we often get possums coming into this space when it's cold out, and it's been awful chilly lately.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll just take that out and throw it out in the yard. We don't mind the possums so much, but it'd be nice if they leave their poos outside.
Exactly.
See, you got your Scouts uniform on, right?
Yes.
So he's an expert at spotting poo out in
Scat.
nature, right?
But
What'd you call it?
scat.
That's right. It's a spoor. Hey everybody,
Hey.
here we are again. It's Christmas Eve today.
Tis the season.
'Tis the season. We've had a lot of stuff going on in the house, at school, holidays. Nash had to have
Another surgery.
Let's see your arm.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, he's recouping. He broke that arm last spring, and they put a plate and some pins in there. Had to come out. So he's recovering from that, but he's doing real well. We're out here right now because they've got another week and a half off of school, and by the end of that, our plan is hopefully to get all this stuff buttoned back up that we took off and get the car started and drive around the block, hopefully without it overheating.
Exactly.
So we're going to get started on there. All right. So we got this guy back together, thermostat housing. We got all the rest of the cooling system to put back in. Water pump is in. Got that balancer back in. Right on the front here,
Fan.
fan and
Fan clutch.
fan clutch. That's correct. What does the fan clutch do?
It spins the fan.
Yeah,
Spins the fan.
it
Controls the
Oh.
fan.
lets the fan start or stop, depending on
Temperature.
how hot it is. That's right. Because ideally, you don't need to run the fan if it's cool enough, right? Because it robs some horsepower off your engine. I don't know how much, but
Hey, Dad.
that's the deal. So we're gonna, yeah. What is it?
Does that mean if it had a fan and if you put it into a whole engine into a small plane with the fan from it, if we put on a fan, would that fly the plane?
No.
It doesn't have enough
A
power.
propeller has to be much bigger and have a lot more surface area in order to But I mean, this kind of engine, you could propel a plane with this type of engine, but these engines are not designed for airplane use, because airplanes go in 3 dimensions. They go up and down, so you can't, it's hard to keep the oil where it needs to be in the engine. If you're like doing barrel loops and stuff, all the oil will fall out of this or whatnot, you know what I mean? So airplane engines are usually designed specifically for airplanes. Fan clutch, fan. What else needs to go on there? What's the big thing in the front where all the water goes?
Radiator.
Radiator. Radiator. We got a brand new radiator in the house.
Radiator.
Radiator. And then what connects all these pulleys together?
The belt.
Belts.
Belts.
This car only has one belt.
Some cars have multiple, depending on other appliances that
Well,
are attached.
and like I say, we do have, for the balancer, we do have this extra pulley on there. So someday down the line, we wanted to put air conditioning into this car.
We could.
We got a pulley for it. Oh, and so when you put water in the radiator, it's got to get in and out of the engine through what? What attaches the radiator to
They're the radiator tubes. I'm not sure what the actual name is.
They're called hoses.
Hoses.
You're correct.
That makes sense.
It is. They are tubes. So you're correct there. Okay. So fan clutch, fan, radiator, belt, hoses. What else?
That's like.
I think that's about it for what we have taken off. So I guess let's
Let's get going.
see if we can figure out how to get this stuff back together. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. All right, well, we're going to try to clean this up a little bit. I guess I'm just going to use a little camp fuel here. This ought to do the job.
Okay. Oopsies. That's fine. We just need a little.
It's just a little volatile.
So we can clean this.
Look at that. Look at that.
Let me move this cup.
Yeah, there you go. You see this? And it just melts that crud off of there.
That's insane.
All right, well, it's not perfect, but it's a damn sight better than it was. It was really, really filthy, and now I don't mind putting it back on now. So I can assure you, you're correct, sir. There you go. All right.
Yay!
How you like that?
The shadow even.
Yeah, I know, right? Ooh.
Okay, so let's get our list here.
Yep.
We'll go to the river, please.
You got your list?
Yep. Tired for today.
Fan.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to say that for today, this is probably as far as we're going to get, because there's no way we're going to get into that whole radiator.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest part of this.
So, we're going to take a little break. We're going to take a little break for now. We got, look at this.
Yeah,
What's happening?
check it out. It's all coming back together.
So here it is. Fan clutch, fan. It's much brighter than it was before. See, there was lots of oil spray on the front of this engine in the past. We still need to tidy some of that up while we're down here. But this looks lots better. Water pump's on. Fan clutch is on. Fan is in. Now we're going to put the radiator on next. Tomorrow is Christmas.
Yep, we will not be making a video tomorrow because
Yeah, we got stuff going on for Christmas, of course.
Christmas.
Yeah, but we're going to be hopping on it for the rest of this Christmas vacation, and
Yeah.
man, I predict maybe before the new year we'll be driving this on the street.
Yeah, sounds good.
What ding?
All right, one more time out here. We've been coming out here and knocking out little bits and pieces as we can. We got the thermostat housing done. we got the fan clutch and the fan put back on, and now, like the big item, the big ticket item that's still missing out there. What is it, Moses? What
Radiator.
A radiator. That is
I win
correct.
spelling bee.
Spell it.
R-A-T-I-T-E-R.
No.
R-A-D-I-T-O-R.
No.
I know.
Try it again. Try it again.
R-A-D-I-T.
Mm-mm.
That's Reddit.
That's Radiator.
Reddit.
Radiator! It's one of the lesser known Godzilla monsters.
I
Radiator.
keep forgetting.
The Great. Try one more time.
R-A-D-I-A.
T-E-R?
T-O-R.
T-O.
There we go.
I'm-
I forgot that A in there.
It's easy to do. I'm a spelling champ, but spelling things out loud takes like a whole different part of your brain than spelling things on paper. It really
Like
does.
spelling things in your mind is super easy, but when you say them out loud, your mouth and your brain get
I
all
know.
mixed up.
It's real. So anyway, radiator is the word of the day. So let's go take a look at the radiator that we got. We still have it brand new in the box from over a year ago when we stocked up. So let's do that. Voila! Here it is. We went on a big spree last year. We got some money given to us at a Rock Auto gift card, and they made a bunch of money
Lemonade stand.
at their lemonade stand last year. And so we kind of went hog wild. We picked up a whole bunch of parts. I'm trying to think where this came from. This might have been from Rock Auto, or it might have been from one of the several other retailers, some Z-Car suppliers specifically. Anyhow,
Non-sponsored by anyone.
yeah, we don't have any sponsorships. We'd love to have one though. So if you're out there,
Shout out to Rock Auto for sending out this
Yeah.
stuff.
but look at this here.
An entirely radiator.
Put this down below here.
Voila.
There's not anything else in the box that we need there, is
It's
there?
a pretty big box.
Yeah.
Is there anything we need?
Big kit box.
Here we are. A brand new radiator. Got a couple of little fins that got a little ding in them. Yeah.
These ones are not like a giant hole.
No. So
The only
anyway,
problem
look
is
at
this
this.
doesn't say boots.
Now, do
for
you
it.
remember how heavy the old radiator was?
It was quite heavy.
Quite heavy. I bet it weighed legit more than twice what this one weighs. Of course, it was probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's funny.
This is aluminum. The old one was, I think, brass primarily. It was made out of older materials. This is be very careful with these. These can be bent very easily. Look how thin they are. And the water runs through there and the air blows over it. And it scavenges that heat off of there. It's just a massive heat sink, you know. And like I say, you can look through there and you can see the air passes right through. You see the light through there?
Yeah.
So, but this one is supposed to be a high flow. It's much lighter. This is for more high performance applications. So we were having overheating problems pretty bad. Hopefully this with the new water pump, etc., new thermostat, new fan clutch, everything practically, that the entire cooling system really, hopefully
Fingers crossed.
It was also made in China.
this will help. It was made in China,
A lot of
as
things are.
many things are, especially inexpensive things.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, let's carefully put it in place, and then we'll see if we can find the bolts that we used to take it out and remember how it came out in the first place. That's the challenge.
Yes.
Okay, so where does this thing go in here? Is it right here, or is it right here? It's right here in front of the fan.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's right here.
Yep.
Okay. And where did it bolt in? Is it here, here, here,
Yeah.
and here?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
We just
I wish
need
I
to
saw
find the
punch
bolts.
that hole in there. Either that or it was eaten up by rust because it's not there on the other side.
Let me see.
Yes.
Well, they're not always symmetrical. There might have been something attached there at one time or another. Okay, we'll make it work. Obviously.
This-
As long as the radiator works, that's what's important.
Yeah, that thing is for, I think, was something having to do with factory air conditioning, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, Moses.
Wow, the fan is like right there. Fan's been
Yeah, the fan's supposed to be close to that, though. It's
That's
to
why.
help suck air right through that. Okay, well, that looks like it's about where it goes. I'm just gonna, will it stay right there without? Okay.
Yeah, I can see that hole lines up the pattern.
Yep. Yup.
Now I need to find bolts.
Now we need to find bolts. All right, well, here's the issue that we're having. This new, oh, give me a hand. Pull it up gently, straight up. There we go, okay. Here's the issue that we're having. Yeah, hold that right there. Can you move your arm over so I can show the people? So this hole over here, well, if you line it up, then this hole over here is not exactly lined up. There's like, you see what I'm talking about there? So I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get out a drill and just make those holes into slots so this will line up better.
Yep.
This drill right here.
Yeah, we got a drill right there. Come on now.
Whoa.
There we go.
Now time for the other side.
You're standing on my cord, bud. Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
I was like, why isn't it coming?
Yikes.
Yeah, let's see if I got a little bit bigger bit. Make it a little bit bigger, make it
Bigger.
like a slot.
There's a
Kind of
fix.
slot it back and forth, you know what I mean? You got it. All right, get in there, kid. And don't snug it up like all the way tight. We want to be
Think
able
about
to.
like 80% there.
Yeah, because we're probably going to end up moving this thing left and right a little bit, I bet you.
But easier if you just work on that.
Okay, is that kind of firm now? Okay. All right, why don't we call that good for these top ones? And then we'll start working, see if we can get at least that bottom one in. This one over here on this side, we got some bracing here in the way. I'm going to have to figure out because we're going to have to move that hole over a little bit too to make it work. But we'll make it work. It's just some making it work is a little more challenging than others. All right, but look at this. Fan
Spinny, spinny.
spinning free.
That's all.
It's coming along, guys.
Yeah.
All right, here's our daily wrap up. We got the radiator mostly in. We still have one fastener we need to put back in there. We're gonna pick some of those up tomorrow morning, hopefully, fingers crossed. We need some proper radiator clamps. These hoses fit perfectly, even with this aftermarket radiator, which is delightful considering the holes were a little bit off center. But, you know, I mean, when you're working with all this half-century old iron, there's always the expectation that you're going to have to maybe modify stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not doing this like a factory concours restoration. You know, we want this to be a functional, usable car that we can maintain and drive and have some fun with.
And maybe take to a car show or two.
Yeah, we'll take some
Yeah.
car shows. You
People
know,
love to see old Datsuns.
people do love to see old Datsuns. You know, you don't see very many of these around. In Wichita, I almost never see a Z car that's of this era.
Especially a 260, the 1 year one in America.
Yeah, 260 is the rare bird. So let's, I guess, let's get ready to go in and eat some dinner.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be able to come out here and maybe get some water in this thing. And if it doesn't leak, we can fire it up. And if it doesn't overheat, then we can drive it around the neighborhood a little
And
bit.
that would be an incredible step forward after a year of attempting this.
Yeah.
Try to drive it at least 6 blocks.
Well, we'll see.
We'll set.
If it
Fingers
doesn't,
crossed.
if it doesn't overheat.
Well, it's the next day, and we went to the hardware store and the car parts store, and we got some new hardware to remount this radiator better with some little rubber bushings in between there. There was kind of a little space. Thought it might be nice to put a little bushing in there. And so I'm redoing those now, and the boys are going to try to
Secure these tubes on here for the radiator and the water for the pump.
Yep.
Just put them
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
here.
we got new hoses, and we finally got some
New
clamps.
clamps.
And so we're gonna get in there and see if we can get done.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop. Well, we've managed to get some stuff done. Bloop. Oh, there we go. Wide angle. We managed to get some stuff done today. We got, what is this? This is a radiator hose. Not a pipe, but a hose. Pipe is solid. Usually a hose is flexible. I mean, there's probably more definitions to that.
We got under the car today.
Yeah, look at there. We got all new radiator hoses. We got 3 of the 4 radiator mounting bolts in. I still have to do a little modification on that one over there. It's going to be, due to the shape of the frame, it's going to be a little goofy, but we'll get it figured out. And I did today, we went to the hardware store because we were using all this mismatched hardware. We got matching hardware, including these little rubber bushings to go in between there, because it just wasn't really flush, and I think that'll be a lot better. Anyway, cheap investment in that. So I mean, now we just got to get the belt on, and
We have our list.
oh yeah, knock it out. I forgot about the list.
Lizzie, pull off the lid. Do the other.
Dun 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 dun.
Radiator.
Radiator.
Like, how do I draw this upside down?
You're doing it upside down. It's hard, isn't it?
Radiator.
Hoses. Blap. And we just got to try to get that belt on
Get
there.
the belts.
All right.
That's our last one.
Well, let's try it.
Let's see.
Well, we're trying to move our alternator so we can put this new belt on, and it wants to bump right here. Boom. So you can't move it far enough to get the belt on. I notice this is a Load Boss brand alternator. So I guess we will figure it out once again. Well, looky there. How you like them apples?
I love them apples very much.
I love them apples.
Me too.
Them apples are freaking awesome.
They are, in fact.
What you got, kid?
We got belt checked off the list. And I put on one more thing. We're going to see if it holds the water without leakage.
Yep, I guess that's the next thing.
And once we get that checked off, we might be able to drive it around.
Well, we'll see.
We're gonna try to drive at least 6 blocks.
Let's put some water in it.
Let's see.
Okie dokie. Well, I get some water in here. Where's that hose at?
Right here.
Okay.
Lefty.
Go ahead and turn it on.
Okay.
Yep. Lefty was here. Here we go.
Hope the petcock on the bottom is closed. I guess we'll see. Oh, here it is.
It's dripping a little bit. No,
Well, I
mine should
spilled
just be-
some.
Yeah. Just as long as it's not like dripping after it dries off a little bit. This is the big moment here to see if it'll hold water.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, that would be a bummer.
Well, if it doesn't, then we'll have to do chase down some leaks, and that'll be the next thing. But, you know, just gotta cross that bridge when you come to it.
What did you just pop?
I snapped this back on. Okay. Oh, turn the key into the on position too, or it won't run. Also.
It's in the on position
Okay.
and the choke light is on.
Okay, hey, try that button in there. It wasn't working for me. No. No.
Okay.
It's where it attaches here. It's come loose at some point. I still got the.
Is that us?
That's your electric fuel pump.
Ah.
Okay, here we go.
It's old and grumpy.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Give it a couple shots of gas to your foot.
1, 2.
Okay. Okay, that's enough. Now take your foot off.
Okay, finish.
Back that choke off like about halfway.
It did it for a second.
Give it a little more choke.
Okay.
It's cold and it hasn't been stirred in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so close.
about halfway.
That's pretty good.
Well, we'll see. Oh, I think our water pump might be leaking a little bit there. Yeah. God dang it. Well, we'll deal with that. Well, it's not open yet, but it's not leaking. Something's leaking water back here. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
How is it leaking back there?
Well, I don't know.
What's that patootie sound?
Like, where is it leaking from back here?
Well, I don't know. There's these heater core hoses, but they're not leaking there.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, what's that patootie sound?
It is backfiring.
You can see a little bit of fumes from the carburetor.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and turn that key off there. All right, well, you guys.
It's probably all we're going to be able to get done today.
Huh.
But
We'll have
it's
to fix that
definitely
leak
progress.
Yeah, we made a lot of progress. Like I say, now we got a little bit of a leak there. And we got a leak somewhere. We'll look underneath, bud. Like, put your head in it. You see that puddle back there?
Yeah.
Right back there?
It's dripping still.
Yeah, something's dripping
Like,
from
there
back
are
there.
some pipes, but I don't understand how it would get back.
Well, I will figure it out. And so,
So I guess to achieve the last goal on the list, we'll have the water pump and then the mystery drain here to figure out where we can get that checked
a
out.
mystery drip.
The mystery.
Mystery
Or
drip.
just Mr. Drip for short.
Mr. Drip.
Yeah.
That's going to be your nickname at parties now. Mr. Drip. Well, we were hoping that today being the very end of 2023, maybe, just maybe, we could get this car started and zip around the block. But we still have some things to tidy up, and obviously it started and ran poorly.
Yep.
We can adjust that, obviously.
It ran though.
It
That's
did run.
the important thing.
I think it's close to out of gas too, because I could hear the fuel pump running the whole time.
I think I saw a gas can in the car. I might have some gas in it.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. And now still got a leak at the water pump there, which that's gonna be a pain in my butt, but we'll figure that out. And then I got to figure out where this other leak is coming from. I don't know, maybe with the new water pump, it may be putting out more pressure than the old one did, and
Yeah.
some juncture somewhere has decided it's gonna pee all over the place. So
If you have any tips, we would greatly appreciate that.
what the boy said. Anyhow, well, 2023, this is a wrap up.
Yep.
Here's looking forward to 2024. Hopefully this year we'll be able to get this thing actually functional and on the streets to at least some degree, drivable. And we can take it around to some car shows and stuff and make lots more videos.
At some point, we'll have our 2024 lemonade stand, but that'll be much later.
Yeah, we will have another lemonade stand. And if you want to support what we're doing, you can always hit up their Patreon. We just started it. We don't have any members yet. You can join it for free. But if you want to, you can, shoot us $5 or something a month, and it'll help dump parts into this old Japanese rig here and keep us moving forward in 2024.
Yep.
So I guess until next time, Happy New Year from Ox Garage.
Happy New Year.
And
Out studio.
dum dum ba da.
End of the year.
Bye all.